The following is a special hometown football presentation sponsored by Shatkin Dental, Aesthetic Associates Center, and their sponsors. It's the Shatkin First Down pregame show, presented by Northtown Automotive, with your host, Rich Gaenzler, featuring Jared Shatkin, and our special guest, Buffalo Bills alum, Andre Reed. Now, from Sorrentino's in Williamsville, here's your host, Rich Gaenzler.
Welcome to the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show, our holiday edition. Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy New Year coming, obviously. Bills, Patriots, we're going to talk about the game. We'll talk about the Bills and Panthers coming up as well. We'll be joined by Jared Shatkin and his dad, Dr. Todd Shatkin, coming up in a moment. We're brought to you by Northtown Automotive and also Aesthetic Associates as well. Our Bills guest today, Hall of Fame wide receiver Andre Reed. We'll have members of the Mafia here to make up the huddle and talk to them about the Panthers and the Patriots game, get a score prediction, do some Tino's Dough giveaways in terms of gift cards to Sorrentino's for some Bills-Patriots trivia, and a whole lot more. But let's get right to Jared Shatkin, and let's talk about the Panther game right off the bat. And, of course, here's Jared with his dad, Dr. Todd Shatkin, what appears to be a tropical climate, guys.
Yeah, we're here in Dominican Republic. We're cheersing here to a Bills victory and a beautiful holiday season. So let's go on with the next week. Let's beat the Patriots.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
We'll bring you here next year, Rich.
Sounds good. So let's talk about the Panther game. Jared, I don't know about you, but I was kind of unimpressed with this Bills performance. It was a 10-point lead till about 6 minutes left in the game where they score the late touchdown, going for it on fourth down, which for me was a little bit puzzling. Needless to say, they got what they needed to do done in terms of winning this game, but it was a little bit too tight for me and a little bit too sloppy in places. I give them like a medium grade. I think a B is even generous, but that's what I would give them. What about you?
Honestly, it's another one of those games where it doesn't tell you much about the Buffalo Bills. It tells you that you could beat up on a team with a quarterback who is throwing very inaccurate and an offense that is hurt and a defense that you can kind of pick on in some situations. So I hated the way the offensive line play. I mean, that left tackle position, Spencer Brown had 5 or 6 penalties throughout the game that kind of just shot us in the foot on almost each and every drive. And then he does that taunting penalty after a big first down run by Singletary.
Listen, the Bills were gifted this game with the fact that the Panthers had no kicker, right? I mean, they had to go for it on fourth down on numerous occasions in that game. And think about the places where the Bills got the ball, right? Their own 40, at midfield, their own 43, the Carolina 46, and their own 43. Now, granted, of those 5 possessions, they got 2 touchdowns out of them, but throw a punter in there or a kicker in there, and the Panthers don't have to go for it on those fourth downs, and the Bills have to go long fields. They aren't as successful for sure.
What is the score going to be if they have a kicker there when they're not going for it on fourth down? That score could have easily been 17-14 or something a lot closer. And if they have Zane Gonzalez in the game throughout the whole game, I mean, you really, just a kicker really changed the complexity of that whole game. But there has to be still some credit where credit's due. Josh Allen was able to exploit them in some situations. He was able to overcome some pretty bad O-line play. Gabriel Davis was an X factor during that game. There's still some things you can take away and say maybe we're building something going forward.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, between Davis and Knox, terrific games, and of course Diggs with a touchdown pass. I will say this, I was not really impressed with the Diggs touchdown throw. That was not back shoulder where it should have been, and if the defender makes a play, that's not a touchdown. Needless to say, it worked, so give credit where credit's due. And then the Gabe Davis touchdown, his first one, Josh throws it into triple coverage, but he might be the only quarterback in the entire league that could put it in the tiniest of windows that he fit that in. And the fact that Davis got his feet into the back of the end zone, really a pretty incredible play.
Absolutely. I mean, what we're starting to see is there's not too many guys in the NFL who are like Josh Allen. So that's something that can carry us going forward. You even see Patrick Mahomes and making a couple throws that Josh Allen just never would miss. And at this point, you're starting to see Josh Allen progress into an MVP level quarterback. And this game against the #1 passing defense in the league, when he kept grinding, he kept taking what was given to him, and he's very impressive the way he's been playing recently.
Let me ask you very quickly about the run game. 22 for 86 for Singletary, had his touchdown. They were pretty effective outside the tackle, which I think everybody's been saying all year, and finally they did. Breida only 1 carry. I think that was interesting and a talking point for sure. And Josh virtually no runs, which is a complete change-up from what we saw the week prior. Do you think Josh was held back by the coaching staff?
For sure. That's why we didn't have as many design runs. I mean, you even see that one Wildcat play. We put McKenzie in there. McKenzie runs essentially the same play that Josh Allen has been running all year off the edge for that short first down. But you know what? I like the way this offense is playing right now because of Devin Singletary, because he's starting to get the ball and he's starting to run like he did in 2020. And the more I think we can get back to what we did in 2020, the more we're going to have success in the future of this season.
No doubt about it. Go ahead, Todd.
As a layperson dentist who's not a sports commentator like you guys, I would like to just comment on the defensive pass rush. I thought they did a much better job getting to the quarterback this week.
Yeah, F.A. Obata I thought was great, Jared.
I was just going to say the same thing. F.A. Obata against his old team was getting a pass rush almost every time. John Miller could not stop him inside.
And I got to tell you, Harrison Phillips has been unsung and really, really good, making up for what Star Latulippe hasn't been. All right, guys, we will talk to you in the closing segment and talk some Patriots. Coming up next, Bills Hall of Fame wide receiver Andre Reed joins us on the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show.
Finding the perfect used car can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. At Northtown, we make it simple with a focus on certified pre-owned. When you see the certified symbol from the official vehicle manufacturer, you know the vehicle has passed a rigorous inspection and comes with extra benefits like a manufacturer warranty and roadside assistance. To find the best value and peace of mind, head to Northtown. Northtown Certified Vehicles. An official partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Shatkin here with Hall of Fame running back Thurman Thomas.
My family and I have been coming to Dr. Shatkin's dental office for years. The office is beautiful and the staff is outstanding.
Thanks, Thurman. It's been an honor for me to take care of you and your family.
For a Hall of Fame smile, go where the pros go. Dr. Todd Shatkin at the Aesthetic Associates Center.
Call today for a free consultation, 839-1700.
Your kitchen is the heart of your home, so make it what you've always wanted.
Empire Granite Marble Quartz has everything you need to start your kitchen countertop makeover, all within your budget. Offering 24 months, 0% financing for a limited time. Empire has the largest indoor full slab showroom in Western New York, so visit the showroom today.
Make your dreams a reality with luxury you can afford.
All right, welcome back to the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show, joined by Bills Hall of Fame wide receiver Andre Reed out on the left coast, where it's a little bit warmer than it is here. Dre, how are you, man? Happy holidays to you and yours. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Happy holidays to you guys all the way out there in Buffalo. I know it's a little chilly there. I just was back there a couple weeks ago for the Monday Nighter. It was, you know what? I didn't realize, I mean, the cold, when you're not in it like that anymore, it felt like it was colder. And, you know, cold is cold. I mean, you got cold that's bone chilling and you got cold that's frigid and you just got straight up don't come outside cold. And that was in between all three of those. So I had a good time, man, you know, despite the loss. And it was good to see Stevie Johnson and T.O. and Thurman and Jim and Daryl. Bruce was there. So it was a good group of guys. You know, hey, nowadays you just never know, man. It's good to see everybody and good to be seen. So it was it's always good to come back up there.
My favorite video of you all time is not one of your highlights, but speaking of trees, of you climbing the tree and then jumping onto the table.
Yeah.
Tell me about that thought process.
Well, it wasn't a thought process. I thought about it. There wasn't one. I mean, I got hit by Ronnie Lott and Steve Atwater and all those guys over the years. It can't be that bad. And then I put the table by the tree, and the tree wasn't really that tall. The tree wasn't really that big. I wasn't going to go up 20 feet and jump. I mean, no. And then I got up there, and I was like, ooh, this might have been a bad idea. So, but I did it, and it was good for the fans to see. I think it was just a thrill for them to see me jumping through a table.
Go Bills, baby. Let's do this.
Let's talk about the Bills now. We thought must games, the Monday Nighter against New England, the Tampa game we thought were must wins. But, man, this game on the road at Foxborough is absolutely a must win. So what are your thoughts?
Well, they were probably playing the best football in the league 8 weeks ago. And you're going to go through times during the season where things aren't going to go your way. But, you know, I really am proud of what, you know, Sean has been doing with this team. You know, the Jacksonville loss was obviously the start of, you know, 4 games they lost. They had a bye week and they came back against the Colts at home. You thought they would, you know, revamp that up. The Colts, you know, they're no joke. The Colts can play. We got beat pretty good. So the media was like, uh-oh, it's an uh-oh moment for the Bills. So they know what they're doing. They know where they need to be and what they have to do to be at the end of the season here in 3 weeks. They got the Patriots, obviously, is a big game. And then the next 2, you know, Atlanta?
Yeah, and the Jets.
They got Atlanta and the Jets. They're winnable. So this is probably the game of the year, especially at this time. There's no doubt they got to win out and then get some help and they can't worry about what's going on. I mean, Marv used to say, we can't worry about what anybody else is doing. If we don't take care of what we have to do, it doesn't matter what they do. So win out and let the chips fall where they may. And I think this team will be, you know, be ready for the playoffs. But they got to win next Sunday in Foxborough.
And it sounds to me like you're confident that they will.
I think they realize what they should have done and what they didn't do against the Patriots, you know, a couple of weeks ago. So, you know, familiarity is there, no doubt about it. They're going to throw more than 3 passes for sure, no doubt about it. So, and it depends on guys on COVID lists and all this other teams are on COVID lists. There's a lot of players that are out. You look at the Lions. The Lions have a lot of players out. They beat the Cardinals. Do you think they would have beat the Cardinals in like week 5, week 6? No. So everybody's got to take care of their job, rely on their next, you know, rely on the guy behind them. And I think the Bills will be okay.
All right, sounds good, man. Hey, listen, I really appreciate you doing this, and enjoy your holiday, both Christmas, New Year's, and going forward, man.
Yes.
And if we get a home playoff game, hopefully we see you back here in Orchard Park, man.
Hey, let me tell you, I will be there in full force, and I think you'll see a whole bunch of guys up there. We got a playoff game because it's been a while.
Perfect, man. Again, we appreciate it. Andre Reed, Bills Hall of Fame wide receiver on the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show. The Huddle, members of the Mafia. Join us next.
On sirloin, on filet, on ribeye and away. A gift certificate in every stocking, a steak under every tree. Oh, oh, oh. And I heard him exclaim, as the sleigh up did soar. Merry Christmas to all from Russell's Steaks, Chops, and more. Oh, 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 Merry Christmas, everybody.
Finding the perfect used car can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. At Northtown, we make it simple with a focus on certified pre-owned. When you see the certified symbol from the official vehicle manufacturer, you know the vehicle has passed a rigorous inspection and comes with extra benefits like a manufacturer warranty and roadside assistance. To find the best value and peace of mind, head to Northtown. Northtown Certified Vehicles. An official partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Welcome back to the holiday edition of the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show, live at Sorrentino's, Main Street, Williamsville. And again, members of the you look familiar. You look familiar. Members of the Mafia here with the Huddle. We got Sam. We also have Dean, Bob, and Jake. Jake from Northtown, thank you very much for being a sponsor of the program.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely, Northtown, and of course, Aesthetic Associates sponsoring our show. And let's get into the Huddle right out of the gate, and let's talk a little bit about the Panther game. And I'll start with the run game for the Bills. Dean, I'm going to start with you about that. It was much different from really anything we've seen all year long. The fact that Singletary, 22 for 86, 4 yards a carry, gets the touchdown. Outside runs worked really effectively for the Bills, but no Josh runs. Do you think, I think he had the 1 carry at the beginning of the second half. Do you think that was purely because of the injury and they were saving him? They said, we can't risk injury. We know we got New England next week.
Oh, absolutely. I think even pre the injury, McDermott was even a little nervous about giving him too many carries because we need to keep him healthy. So I think especially after the injury, definitely a lot of volume for Singletary, which I think is our best running option outside of Allen.
Yeah, Breida only 1 carry, by the way, which I thought was interesting. And Jake, I'm going to stay on the run game with you. Do you think at all they were trying to show the Patriots, after the Patriots play Jonathan Taylor and he runs all over them, that maybe the Bills have a little bit of a run game and give them something more to think about?
Yeah, I definitely think they were trying to make them two-dimensional at least. I do think they committed more to 1 running back this time, let them get on a little bit of a groove there, which is something we haven't seen throughout really the year. Also, last time I was here, we talked about the motioning of Isaiah McKenzie in the backfield and how that effectively can set up a run game. And it actually did in a pass as well. I believe it was to one of the Gabe Davis touchdowns. They motioned him in the backfield, and then Allen threw a laser. But it really does keep the defense on balance, and it also helps in the run game as well.
For sure. Bob, how about you? Spencer Brown, 5 penalties in the game, including the taunting penalty and the chugging the beer and the whole thing. You okay with that? I mean, granted, he had to flip over to the left side, but he did play for Deion Dawkins the first time Deion came down with COVID. What are your thoughts on Spencer Brown?
You asked me a lot of penalty questions. You know, I'm not sure if that's where that's coming from, but I don't mind it. He's a young guy. I think he's going to be really good. He gets a little excited at times. They'll calm him down. In a big game, I think he'll be all right. And he moved over to the left side. I think he's going to be a good player for a long time. He'll calm down, and he'll be a big contributor.
Yeah, that sounds right. I think I agree with that. And Sam, for you, how optimistic are you about this team? I mean, I watched the Carolina game. I thought it was maybe a B-grade win. I mean, I was not super impressed with them. 24-14 till 6 minutes left in the game, and they go for it on 4th down with a couple minutes left in the game where you could argue, hey, a field goal is going to win this game no matter what. So how optimistic are you coming off? Granted, they scored 31, okay? They won by 17 points. They did what they needed to do. But going into New England, how optimistic are you about this team?
I'm pretty optimistic. I'd say a B grade is very generous, though, for yesterday. I mean, it was kind of an ugly game until the very end. But I'm very optimistic. I think we can get hot at the right time and run the table. But it's hard to trust these guys anymore because they've just been so inconsistent. But I'm hoping that we can finish the season strong.
Yeah, I mean, in the Patriots, boy, if they get Damian Harris back, that's a little bit worrisome, I would suggest. But it'll be very interesting to see how that game plays out. All right, let's get your score predictions and talk about the Bills and Patriots. And let's start with you, Sam, for that game.
I'm going to go 28-27 Bills.
Wow, okay. Dean?
I got 27-17. I think we unleash Josh Allen and keep the Patriots offense off the field.
I agree with you. I think Josh has to perform just like they did when they won 38-9 a year ago, right? Exactly. It's just Josh. And remember, guys, it was who are the top 3 receivers in that game, 38-9 in Foxborough last year? It was Diggs, Davis, and Knox, right? I mean, those are their 3 go-to guys at this point. Bob, a score from you.
I hate to be, get off my lawn guy, but Patriots 16-0. I'm going to say Belichick 16, McDermott 0.
Wow. Okay.
I think I think this year's.
That's your coaching instinct coming out.
Belichick's got our number, and McDermott. I hope it's different, but I can just see it. I think he's got our number this year.
And Jake, for you,
I'm going to go 28-20 Bills.
Okay. Let's get into our 2-minute drill now. Time for some Tino's Dough, guys. We do a little trivia, and every week it's the Bills versus whoever their opponent is. We're going to do some Bills-Patriots trivia. 10, 25, and 50 are the increments of gift cards we have for Tino's Dough if you get these questions right, okay? Question number 1, and everybody chime in. If you think you know it, please answer it. Throw it out there. What former Bills first-round pick ran for a touchdown with the Patriots in Super Bowl 38? Former Bills running back. He was a first-round pick. I'll give you a hint. Houston was where he went to college. I'll give you another hint. He was number 23 for the Bills. Went on to wear number 32 for the Patriots. How many more hints do we need?
Smith?
Antoine Smith, yes.
Antoine Smith,
we'll give you that. Well, Jeopardy, we'll go with Jeopardy rules. You can give out the last name. It's okay. Antoine Smith for $10. Question number 2. What future Bill and Patriot quarterback beat Jim Kelly in their USFL matchup between the New Jersey Generals and the Houston Gamblers?
Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie is right for 25. Well done, guys. And here's your $50 question. Drew Bledsoe was the number 1 overall pick in 1993, obviously played for the Patriots and the Bills. Rick Meyer was the 2nd quarterback taken in that draft. The 3rd quarterback taken in that draft ended up playing for the Bills. The Bills played the Patriots. He played quarterback for the Bills and days later was cut because he forgot the playbook. He was the 3rd pick, the 3rd quarterback picked in that 93 draft, Bills-Patriot game, doesn't know the playbook. He's literally released from the team 2 days later. What happened in 1997? Anyone? Crew, you guys want to throw out a name? The answer is Billy Joe Hobart, everybody.
Yes.
Go and Google that name and see what you find. All right, thank you guys for being here as part of the huddle. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
All right, coming up next, the injury report. We break down meeting number 2 between the Bills and the Patriots. We'll return from Sorrentinos here on Main Street in Williamsville. It's the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show.
am so happy with my experience that I had at I Smile Spas today. Got my teeth professionally whitened. I have months of results in less than an hour. No pain, seriously not even a sting. They're not sensitive. You leave with a kit to continue your whitening. Absolutely incredible. I am so happy I ever did this. I can't stop smiling.
Western New York. Smile again with confidence. Call 43-SMILE today.
Family is the most important to us above everything else. 34 Group is a general construction company.
We had a part in rebuilding the community. We choose Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield of Western New York because they are reliable.
It's just great coverage, and we have a great relationship with the folks at Highmark. We want our legacy to just be that we were good people that loved our community.
It is definitely a love affair, I can tell you that right now.
Finding the perfect used car can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. At Northtown, we make it simple with a focus on certified pre-owned. When you see the certified symbol from the official vehicle manufacturer, you know the vehicle has passed a rigorous inspection and comes with extra benefits like a manufacturer warranty and roadside assistance. To find the best value and peace of mind, head to Northtown. Northtown Certified Vehicles. An official partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Shatkin with this week's injury report. I'm coming to you from the Dominican Republic, and I want to wish all of you a happy, healthy holiday season and a happy new year. This week's matchup against the Patriots is a huge one. Emmanuel Sanders was limited in practice with a knee injury and is questionable. He's joined by running back Taiwan Jones, who is also bothered by a knee, and Star Latulier with a toe injury. Justin Zimmer was placed on the IR due to his knee injury and will miss the rest of the season. Unfortunately, COVID has made an appearance throughout the NFL locker rooms, and both the Bills and Patriots have been affected. Wide receiver Cole Beasley was added to the list this week. He joins Deion Dawkins, Tyrell Dodson, AJ Epinesa, and John Feliciano. Some of them may be cleared by game time, but Beasley is definitely out. Vaccination rules were changed this week for Highmark Stadium and KeyBank Center. Please check before attending the events. Due to the upsurge in COVID numbers, I am making available to our community in Western New York our NIOSH-approved N95 respirator masks, which are lab-tested to 99% filtration. These are available at a discounted rate of $1 per mask. This is our wholesale pricing, and we're making these available to the public so that we can protect you all through the holiday season and beyond. They come in boxes of 25. Whether you're traveling by train, plane, or automobile this season, or just want protection from the virus, you need to wear the best mask possible. It's not only made in America, but made right here in Buffalo. Go to shatkinmasks.com to place your orders, or just call us at 43-SMILE. Let's go, Buffalo. This one's for you, Pancho. Back to you, Rich and Jared.
There's your injury update. Welcome back to the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show from Sorrentino's on Main Street in Williamsville, brought to you by Northtown Automotive and also Aesthetic Associates. Let's bring Jared Shatkin back in and talk about the Bills and the Patriots. And of course, we don't want to talk very much about that last game, obviously, but this game is so huge because everything is dependent on a Bills win in Foxborough. The Bills dominated the Patriots 38-9 last year in Foxborough behind basically a pass game where they featured who? Diggs, Knox, and Davis, who are now the three go-to weapons of Josh Allen. So it's sort of playing into that, if you want to go that way. But also recall that the Bills last year, in terms of Patriot quarterbacks, played against Cam Newton and Jared Stidham in Foxborough. That has a little something to do with how that game played out. But Jared, let's think about this. What has to happen, obviously, for the Bills to win this game in such a crucial, important game for them?
We have to establish this game physically early, way better than we did in Buffalo. Because if we can get Mac Jones to be the main offensive option for the Patriots, we can easily win this game. Because Josh Allen versus Mac Jones, I think 10 out of 10 times you take Josh Allen. So if we can have a quarterback battle, I think we're going to be pretty well set up to win this game.
What worries me, though, is if Damian Harris is available. And remember, in that first matchup, but again, we really don't want to talk about it, but we have to. In the first matchup, it was the big plays in the run game that beat the Bills in that first matchup. That's the one thing they have to avoid in terms of run defense.
Yeah, it's the physicality up front that's kind of been our Achilles heel all year. I mean, even in that last game, we did get run on inside a decent amount, but there just has to be a different attitude out of Tremaine Edmonds. And maybe you play AJ Klein a little more in this game, honestly, because he's a little more of a run stuffer in there. So you have to stop the run early in this game to be able to beat the Patriots, because they're well coached. They're not going to make mistakes. And the way they're going to win this game is by controlling the tempo and keeping the ball out of Allen's hands.
Yeah, and remember, it was Terrell Dodson that played in that first game at linebacker because Klein was out with COVID. He's back. Remember, he had the interception against the Panthers. I maintain, too, Jared, they have to be aggressive on defense, right? I don't like a four-man rush against Mac Jones. It didn't work for the Colts, that's for sure, and Mac pretty much picked him apart in that second half. Granted, with 15 and under yard throws, and that's pretty much what he's capable of. But I like a more aggressive style, and I think that's what the Bills. Maybe some more blitzes, maybe some more zones, some more games. Confuse the rookie quarterback there.
Yeah, I love that game plan we had last game. It seemed like we were blitzing with Teron Johnson off the edge a lot more. Micah Hyde was getting in there and getting some pressure on Cam Newton. So I think if you could do that against Mac Jones, there's a good chance you're going to be able to get to them in this game. They have a good offensive line, but a better defensive scheme can kind of set us up for a nice game, and it could be a good game plan for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think one guy that's going to be really important for the Bills defense is Milano. I think Milano, whoever is going to play the other tight end, is going to be really, really crucial for the Bills defense.
I mean, like every game, our safety play has to be very good, and it has been very good. So we have to have the linebackers in coverage pretty well. But you know what? We're going to have to be more aggressive in the run game, in my opinion. I think we're going to have to leave the pass game to our passing defense, who's been very impressive this year already. So
I like shooting gaps. I like all of that. Well, I can't think of a better belated Christmas gift than a Bills win over New England in Foxborough and the ability for the Bills to control their destiny going towards the playoffs and towards a division title. What do you think? Score prediction, Bills, Pats, Jared.
I like Buffalo, 27-20. I think we have the upper hand on the Patriots in this game the way we've been playing the last couple of weeks. And I think last game was kind of an aberration because our passing game was really non-effective.
Okay. I like the Pats, unfortunately, in this game, 23-20. I think it's going to be a very close game. But I think that Mac Jones has established himself. They've established the run game. They have confidence knowing what they did against Buffalo. And coming off a loss to the Colts, they're going to be really fired up in this game. And they want that division title back. And you know what Belichick certainly is capable of. So, unfortunately, I'm going to pick the Patriots to win this game 23-20. Jared, great job once again. Enjoy your time down there in the Dominican. We appreciate it, man. And have a great holiday.
You too, Rich.
You bet. And everyone else out there watching, go Bills. Have a great holiday. Enjoy your post-Christmas celebration, your pre-New Year's celebration. Thanks for being here on the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show. Thanks to Northtown Automotive, Aesthetic Associates. Thanks to The Huddle, Andre Reed, and everyone for being part of this, including our great crew here at Sorrentino's on Main Street in Williamsville. We will see you next week on the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show.
If you would like to be a participant in the Shatkin First Down Huddle, email Mark Aarons at maarons@shatkinfirst.com. This has been a production of the Shatkin Sports Network.